Greetings and welcome to the show, 5 Minutes of Wellbeing with Vasilis, on Mental Wellness TV. Today we will be talking about occupational and financial wellness. Work to live, not the other way around. This statement, although simple in form, carries deep and urgent meaning in the way we experience our daily lives. In our modern world, many of us have unconsciously reversed this idea. Instead of working to support our life, our dreams, and our well-being, we find ourselves living to work, constantly occupied, constantly hustling, and constantly measuring our value based on how busy we are or how much money we earn. But what happens to our joy, our peace, and our sense of purpose in this process? Occupational and financial wellness are two vital dimensions of overall well-being that are often overlooked, misunderstood, or approached with anxiety and fear. In today's episode, we want to explore these concepts not just in theory, but in terms of how they relate to the way we feel, the way we live, and the way we care for ourselves and one another. Let us begin with occupational wellness. Occupational wellness is the degree of satisfaction, fulfillment, and balance we experience in our professional life, whether that life involves a traditional career, caregiving, artistic pursuits, or volunteering. It is not about status, salary, or titles. Rather, it is about feeling aligned with what we do, how we spend our time, and what we contribute to the world. We all spend a significant portion of our lives working. That work may take different forms depending on our roles and life stages. But the common thread is this: our work shapes our sense of identity and purpose. When we feel trapped in a job that drains us, or when we are unemployed and feel disconnected from meaning, our entire system suffers. We may experience fatigue, depression, anxiety, and a deep sense of disconnection from who we really are. Occupational wellness invites us to ask important questions. Do we feel that our work aligns with our values? Are we respected and supported in our work environment? Does our work challenge us in meaningful ways without overwhelming us? Do we have space to grow? Most importantly, do we feel like our work gives to us, or only takes from us? Of course, not every job is our dream job. And not every day is full of inspiration. But we can still cultivate occupational wellness by approaching our work with intentionality. We can seek meaning in small acts. We can build positive relationships with colleagues. We can set boundaries that protect our time and energy. And we can remind ourselves that our worth is not defined solely by our productivity. One of the most dangerous beliefs in modern culture is the glorification of busyness. Being constantly busy is worn as a badge of honor, as if rest were laziness and self-care were selfish. But this mindset is unsustainable and harmful. Occupational wellness is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters. It is about remembering that we work to live, to grow, to enjoy, and to connect. We do not live to fill calendars or meet deadlines at the expense of our health. And here is where occupational wellness meets its close relative, financial wellness. Financial wellness is not about wealth or luxury. It is about having a healthy and balanced relationship with money, one that supports our well-being rather than dominates it. Financial stress is one of the most common sources of anxiety, conflict, and even physical illness. And yet, money is often a taboo subject, clouded with shame, secrecy, and fear. Let us demystify it together. Financial wellness means understanding our income and expenses, living within our means, planning for the future, and being able to handle unexpected events without constant fear. It means recognizing that money is a tool, not an identity, not a measure of worth, and not a source of lasting happiness. We are not here to promote financial perfection. We are here to promote financial awareness, confidence, and calm. That starts with honest reflection. What beliefs about money did we grow up with? Are we afraid to check our bank account? Do we feel guilty when we spend on ourselves? Do we compare our financial lives with others? These are the hidden sources of stress that financial wellness can begin to heal. It also requires education. Many of us were never taught how to budget, save, invest, or plan. We may feel ashamed to admit what we don't know. But we must remember, there is no shame in learning. Financial wellness grows when we replace shame with curiosity, and confusion with clarity. Whether through books, podcasts, courses, or conversations with professionals, we can all take steps toward greater financial confidence. Let us also address the emotional dimension of financial health. When we feel financially unsafe or uncertain, it affects our relationships, our sleep, our choices, and our self-esteem. On the other hand, when we feel financially grounded, even modestly so, we experience a sense of freedom and security. That stability supports every other part of our wellness. It is also important to resist cultural narratives that tell us we must constantly want more. More money. More success. More things. But more is not always better. Often, it is enough that brings peace. Financial wellness invites us to define what enough looks like for us personally. It invites us to find joy in simplicity, and pride in sustainability. When we combine occupational and financial wellness, we begin to live with greater intention. We work not to escape life, but to enrich it. We earn not just for survival, but to create stability and possibility. We understand that both our energy and our resources are finite, and they must be used with care. Let us now consider how we can cultivate these two dimensions in everyday life. First, we can assess our current situation with honesty and compassion. Are we in a job that supports us mentally, emotionally, and ethically? Are there changes we can make, large or small, to bring us closer to fulfillment? Can we ask for support or advocate for healthier boundaries? Can we honor our needs and say no to what depletes us? Financially, can we start with simple steps? Track our expenses for a week. Set a small savings goal. Have a conversation with someone we trust. Learn about a financial topic we've always avoided. These actions may seem small, but they are seeds of confidence and control. We must also remember that occupational and financial wellness are not separate from the rest of our well-being. They affect our mental health, our physical vitality, our relationships, and our ability to enjoy life. A job that suffocates us will eventually touch every part of our being. A financial burden left unaddressed will slowly erode our peace. We cannot afford to ignore these areas. On a collective level, we must also challenge systems that devalue people, exploit workers, and increase inequality. Occupational and financial wellness should not be privileges, they should be rights. We need policies and cultures that support fair pay, work-life balance, inclusive workplaces, and financial education. Wellness is not just personal. It is also political and structural. At Mental Wellness TV, we believe that each person deserves a life of dignity, purpose, and balance. We know that healing takes time, and change takes courage. But we also know that with awareness, support, and community, it is possible to shift our relationship with work and money. We can rewrite the story from one of stress and survival to one of meaning and sustainability. Let us take a breath together. Let us remind ourselves that we are not machines. We are human beings with hearts, dreams, and limits. Our work should support our lives, not consume them. Our finances should empower us, not define us. And both of these areas can be sources of growth, peace, and joy, when approached with mindfulness and care. We invite you, today, to reflect on your own occupational and financial wellness. Not with judgment, but with curiosity. What is one small change you can make this week to support your balance? Perhaps it's leaving work on time. Perhaps it's starting a simple budget. Perhaps it's taking 1 hour to rest without guilt. Whatever it is, honor it. You deserve it. As we bring our conversation to a close, we want to thank you for sharing this space with us. These topics are not easy, but they are essential. By talking about them openly and compassionately, we begin to heal, not just individually, but together. Here concludes today's presentation. We warmly encourage you to send us the topics that concern you and participate in the show. The subjects you request will be covered in upcoming episodes. Stay with us for every day with a new dose of strength, joy, and inner balance. Finally, we invite you to visit our website and explore the specialized collections we have prepared for every aspect of mental and emotional well-being. Until next time, we invite you to take care of one another, but above all, to take care of ourselves. Be well, always.